When it comes to high-performance all-season tires, not all of tires are created equal. Each tire has its own unique personality and different characteristics that set it apart from other tires in the category. And today we're here with kind of an oddball tire, the Goodyear Eagle GT. But I had the chance to review it and gather some thoughts on the tire, so we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what its personality is like. Alright, one of the cool things Goodyear did when designing this tire is they basically took the tread and split it in half. So you'll notice this half of the tread is designed more for performance driving and more of a car enthusiast type of driver. So here on the outside, the tread blocks are very large, and that'll give you a good road feel and also improve the steering response over having smaller tread blocks. So that's really cool that it has such large tread blocks on the outside of the tread here. As we move further into the tire here, you can see these very large drainage sipes here that'll drain the water and evacuate it from the middle of the tire. That's pretty cool. That's kind of an attribute of a lot of high-performance summer tires, is the good water evacuation. So I'm really glad to see that here on this all-season tire. As we move further in, you can see this half of the tread is geared more for wet traction and snow performance. So this rib here has these little thin sipes in it to help grab onto snow and ice and also increase wet traction. You see that again here on this side of the tread. There's wavy sipes here which help suck the water up and provide a biting edge when you're driving in wet and snow conditions. So that's pretty cool. I like how they've designed the tread of this tire, and I like how they've kind of split it in half here. So you have the outside of the tire here that's geared for performance, and then you have the inside of the tire here that's geared for traction in wet and snowy conditions. So it is an all-season tire, so it has to kind of meet both of those standards, and I think as far as the tread design goes, it does pretty well. So let's go ahead and get out on the road and see how it drives. Under normal driving, the Goodyear Eagle GT is a pretty good tire, really. I like it a lot. So it has a very responsive and confident feel when you're behind the wheel. This is both at low speeds and at high speeds, but you do get some more road noise with this tire than I would like. There are some other tires out there that do give you a quieter, smoother ride, but with that said, there are definitely worse tires out there as well for ride quality. So the Goodyear Eagle GT is kind of in the middle as far as ride quality and noise, but like I said, it is pretty confident and responsive. I do notice the steering feel is slightly heavier than the Michelins I had on this car previously, so I like that. It definitely makes the driving experience just feel more stable. And also the response when you turn the wheel and when you apply the brake or throttle, it just feels more direct than the Michelins that I had on here before. So you can definitely tell this is a bit of a more performance-oriented all-season tire, but yet it's still very livable in day-to-day commuting. It's a really good blend of performance and just drivability. Once you get up to a higher speed, the road noise of the Eagle GT does become more noticeable, as well as the vibrations that you feel through the seat and through the floor. This is kind of a rougher road right now, and it's smoothing out the bumps pretty well, but again, the road noise is worse than some other tires out there. However, like I said earlier, you can do worse than the Eagle GT when it comes to road noise. But just be mindful of that. If you are thinking about buying a set of these, the road noise is going to be a little bit greater than some other high-performance all-season tires out there. I really like the way this tire performs in wet conditions. I was actually on a pretty wet road yesterday, and I didn't even notice the road was wet. The tires have a very confident feel, and they feel pretty similar to the way they do on a dry road, which is awesome. You really don't notice a whole lot of loss of grip from the tires when the roads are wet. Unless you're really accelerating hard, then it'll slip, but once you get up to speed, it feels stable and it feels confident, just like it does on a dry road, so that's really good. I like that a lot about this tire. I actually haven't driven this tire in snow, but I've researched a lot of other opinions on this tire's snow performance, and there's a general consensus that it's pretty good, but not the best for an all-season. And so we can confirm that just by looking at the tread. So like I explained earlier, half of the tread on this tire is aimed at winter performance and driving in snowy, icy, wet conditions. But the downside of that is it's only half of the tread. So if you're driving in an area that gets lots of snow, you definitely don't want this tire. You would want to switch to a dedicated winter tire to provide the maximum performance you can get on snow and ice conditions. But if you live in an area that gets a little bit of snow every now and then, these tires would be great because you'd still have that great dry road performance that the other half of the tread provides, but you'd still have the ability to get by if there is a little bit of snow on the roads. So it just depends on where you're driving. Once you get the Eagle GT out on an open back road like this, the performance of this tire really starts to shine. So like I'd mentioned before, all the inputs are very responsive with these tires, and it really starts to show when you drive the car hard. When you turn into corners, those large tread blocks on the outside of the tire really do improve the feel, and they make everything very responsive. And those are placed on the outside of the tire because that's where the load is when you're cornering. It's the outside of the tread is where the load is placed. And so that's why the tread blocks are so large on the outside. You really get a good feel for the road with this tire, and when you turn into a corner, you can feel the tire grabbing onto the road and not allowing a whole lot of understeer. It's pretty good. I'm honestly impressed with these tires. So I took that last corner pretty fast, and there was honestly no understeer, which is pretty impressive from a front-wheel drive V6 car like this that has 278 horsepower. It was great. I was going through there full throttle, and the tires just grabbed the road so hard and really didn't let any understeer get through. It was awesome. So I really like the way these tires perform when you're pushing the car hard. It really is a high-performance all-season tire. But I will say, if you only drive a specific car in the summer, I would not get all-season tires at all. I would just get summer tires. But if you have to have all-season tires, or you really want all-season tires, this is a great option. So to wrap things up, if you want an all-season tire, either you live in an area that only gets a little bit of snow every once in a while, or you just don't really feel like having two sets of tires, the Goodyear Eagle GT is a great option for the driver that wants a performance-oriented tire, but still needs some amount of ice and snow performance. It's a good blend of pretty much everything, really, but like I said, it is geared more on performance driving. So if you have any questions about this tire or similar tires, post a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it. Thanks for watching.